All right, so this is daily chart here. I'm analyzing VIX 75, related to 75. And on the daily chart here, I saw this order block on the daily chart, so I had to mark it up. And then here there was this order block. The market was still here, above here, so I had to mark this one up. How are you? Are you good, man? So somewhere here there was this order block. So if you mark another block is something like this one. You mark it up like this, meaning the price, it went up like this, it came back, then it went up again, it came back to test the order block before shooting to the upside. So the market is trading to the upside, as you can see it. So the market came down here in this order block zone, in this daily order block. So it has to go back up to shoot up after testing this or after mitigating some orders in this daily chart. So let me go down to 8-hour time frame and see what is happening there. So this session today is about order blocks. So now on a daily chart, this thing looks like this one. So let me try to refine an order block, to refine it on according to 8-hour time frame. This is my point of interest anyway. So it's looking like this. So the price has to come back and tap into 50%. So the price can come back and tap here, but it actually has to tap into 15%. As you can see, let me try to measure it out. So the price, it indeed came back to tap into 50% of this order block. So it is ready to shoot to the upside. So let me just go down to 4-hour time frame and see what is happening there. All right, guys. What we're waiting for here is the break of structure above here before taking a trade to the upside. But this is the daily order block zone. This is the daily order block zone. So according to 4-hour time frame, let us try to refine this order block once again. You can see that the price came back to tap into this order block, but it didn't touch the 50% of the order block. The second move, it came down to touch the order block now. So what is happening right now? I see this thing as a reaccumulation to the upside. So the market makers are now accumulating their orders or buying orders to the upside. So let me try to go down into 1-hour time frame and see what is happening. After this one, I'm going to analyze the AUD card to see what is happening on that currency pair. This is looking good. This is looking good. I'm going to quickly analyze this thing. Okay, here I'm going to quickly label this Wyckoff schematic. Here, this is preliminary support here, PS. If you don't understand, you must go to my YouTube channel and try to watch a video there. I've posted a video of mine, trading volatility 75 live. I trade everything using this strategy. This is not strategy for volatility only. It is a strategy for everything because it is used by market makers to manipulate the retail traders. So this one is a selling climax, and then above here, I'm going to say this one is automatic rally. Here we have our automatic rally. And then down here we have our secondary test. Somewhere here we have secondary test in phase A, looking like this. And then the price went up like this, creating a sign of strength. This is the sign of strength, SOS. Okay, this is the sign of strength, All right, then the price went back down. This one is a secondary test in phase B. If you don't understand these things, go to my YouTube channel and try to watch some videos there. You'll find everything there. And then search Pips of Africa. And then here, this is secondary test in phase B. Finally, after a secondary test in phase B, we saw these equal lows here. We saw these equal lows here, creating a pool of liquidity below here, next to the secondary test in phase B. This is what we're seeing right now. So these things are happening inside our POY. So the price has to move out, out to the upside. This is going to happen. The price will definitely move to the upside. So let me try to mark this one up. The price has to break this recent lower high. It will break here or here. It has to break this recent lower high to the upside. After breaking these lower highs, we're going to wait for the price. We're going to wait for the pullback coming into our point of interest here. It will either be an imbalance or order block, and then after that we're going to take the trade to the upside. This is what is going to happen here. So I hope we all good about this. So by the way, this is Wyckoff schematic that is helping us to take the trade to the upside. So this is, by the way, the daily point of interest. This is the daily point of interest that is being marked by this rectangle here. The price went down here. It didn't tap into our 50% order block, and then it went back up. It went back down, creating these equal lows. And then we saw this spring after we've seen this, after we saw the secondary test in phase B. So now the price, it went to the downside to tap into the 50% of an order block before shooting to the upside. The price is currently gaining the strength to the upside. Now we're going to waiting for a pullback to the downside, testing this order block of 1 hour time frame. So now we're waiting for these things to happen. Now, the price will move, it is going to move up to break the structure and then wait for the test of this order block in the 1 hour chart. Let me try to mark it up once again. It is here. All right, so the price will move like this. Let me try to show you by the way of drawings. So the price will move up like this and then break the structure to the upside. It will be showing us the sign of strength. It will be showing us the sign of strength if it breaks these recent lower highs, and then it will come back down to test our order block here. Because if the price move up aggressively, so it will show us a strong impulse to the upside and then move back down to test this zone here before shooting to the upside. Before shooting to the upside like this. These are the scenarios that I'm waiting to I'm waiting for here. So this is what I'm waiting for on VIX 75. So currently, by the way, I'm on 1 hour chart. I started analyzing this thing on daily chart, and then I went down to 8 hour to refine the order block that was marked up on the daily chart. Then I went down to 4 hour, and then now I'm on 1 hour time frame. So if I want to place my trade, I'm not taking my entries on 1 hour chart. I go down further amount to 15-minute time frame, and then that is where I'm going to take my trade. But firstly, I'm waiting for this big move to the upside that will turn around here, and then go back to this point of interest, to this 1 hour point of interest before shooting to the upside. So my stop loss will be here below this 15-minute, below this spring here. See, so if I were to mark up this one, I was going to call this one a spring. I'll call this one a spray. So this strategy is very, very, very powerful. You can trade anything using this strategy. So these are my expectations on volatility 75. So let me quickly go and analyze the AUD CAD. Let me quickly go to AUD CAD. I'll come back to this one and see how it played out. Let me go to 15-minute time frame and check what is happening. All right, this is what happened on a time frame. We created this liquidity, and then it went down here, went back up, it went down. Now it's going to break this. We're waiting for it to break this lower high, recent lower high. Let me quickly go to AUD CAD. All right, so this is AUD CAD here, daily chart. So it is the same thing even here. Let me try to switch off this volume. So here we have this order block here. Order block is something like this one. Is something like this. Order block is something like this, where we see the move, the first move to the downside, and then even the bigger move to the upside, where the bullish candlestick engulf the bearish candlestick, like this one, what we see here. This was the result of this big move to the upside, which resulted to the break of structure here and here. If I can point it for you, it broke the structure somewhere here. It broke the structure somewhere here. It broke the structure somewhere here. It all started here. So every time when you see a move like this, every time when you see the price move like this, like this, like this, like this, then finally push like this, you must, if you see a strong impulse move to the upside like this one, you must go back and check, where did this thing initially started? Where did it initially started? It started here, somewhere here. For sure, you'll see something like an order block where the bearish candlestick is being engulfed by a bullish candlestick. This is what you see here. Let me try to erase this thing. So here is what you see. So what is happening here is that we have to mark up this order block here, this daily order block. This is how you mark up the order block. This is how we mark up the order block. All right. So here the price it went up like this, and then it came back to respect an order block. So now what is going to happen? Let us now go back to go down to 4 hour and see what is happening there. So this is what is currently happening right now. So this one is looking like equal high, equal lows. Let me try to go down to 1 hour time frame and see what is happening. I'm looking for Wyckoff schematic there. I'm looking for Wyckoff schematic there on the hourly time frame. So this is the same thing that I was looking for on the volatility 75. We call this thing a Wyckoff schematic. This is Wyckoff schematic. Wyckoff schematic. This is Wyckoff schematic that I'm seeing here. All right. So I can label this thing like this. So let me just mark up the 50% of this thing. Let me try to pull the fib. And then 50% is somewhere here. %50 is somewhere here. Let me get rid of this fib. All right. So 50% is somewhere here. And then now let me quickly mark up this schematic. Here we have this PS terminal support. We have this terminal support. And then here we have this selling climax. These concepts, guys, they take time to learn. You must be very patient with them. Don't just expect to be good with this concept within one day. They take time. So here we have this automatic rally to the upside. We have the automatic rally to the upside, and then down here we have the secondary test in phase A. We have secondary test in phase A. And then it was supposed to give us the sign of strength after the secondary test in phase A. It was supposed to give us a sign of strength, but it didn't give us that sign of strength. Now it gave us the secondary test in phase B. We have the secondary test in phase B. Somewhere here, secondary test in phase B. Here, this is secondary test in phase B. Now we finally have our spring. That is showing us that the price is ready to move to the upside. This is Wyckoff. Like, I know some people will get confused when they are looking at this thing. So this is a spring. This is a spring. Now we can't conclude that the price is now going to go up to the upside, but we have to wait for this move here that will break the structure. We're going to wait for this candlestick to close and then wait for the price to open on Monday, and then we'll see the price moving to the upside like this. If the price break the structure like this, and then we'll wait for the pullback to the downside and then take the trade to the upside. This is how we trade this concept. And then if I look closely here, I see the pool of liquidity here, where retail traders, they just throw in some trend line here, some support and resistance trend line. Here we don't use support and resistance trend lines. We trade against them, because that is what market makers are doing to manipulate retail traders. They know exactly that if they push the price here and then also push the price here, creating the second chance, the second touch, the retail traders will then conclude that this is a sell. And then the price will pretend as if it wants to go down. And then you will see this shoot to the upside, manipulating, taking all the monies that is here above here, because there are so many stop losses above here. We call that a liquidity, as smart man traders. So we call it a liquidity. So what do I mean by this signs here? I mean to say that someone sold here, and then he placed a stop loss somewhere here, and then someone sold here, he also played a stop loss here. Someone also sold here, he also placed a stop loss above here. So the market makers, they already know what is happening here. They just throw in the trend line, and then they already know what is happening. Then the price will push up to manipulate all these stop losses, all these traders that traded this sold here. I mean, who sold here? So we're going to see after this spring has completed, we're going to see something like this. We're going to see a fast move to the upside, breaking this recent higher low, and then we're going to see a pullback that is going to test an hourly order block before pushing to the upside. This is what is going to happen, by the way. So I'm currently waiting for scenarios like that. I'm currently waiting for scenarios like that. So let's quickly wait for the price to tell us what to do. So if you look closely into this thing, we had something like, I like drawing some trend lines here. Above the AR, I like drawing some trend lines. Above AR, and then below, oh, it is already here, below selling climax. So you can see that the price, it created a preliminary support, selling climax, automatic rally to the upside, secondary test in phase A, and then it created this pool of liquidity above here, meaning it creating there are so many stop losses above, and then the price went down, creating a phase B, manipulating all these, manipulating selling climax, and then secondary test, and then it went down once again. Now traders are confused. They are thinking this is a sell. Someone will take a sell somewhere here. And then there's also many stop losses above. And then the price, the market makers will push the price to the upside, trying to manipulate all these traders who put who sold here and here and here. Someone's bought here, they bought here, someone bought here, someone bought here, someone is currently buying somewhere here. And then the price will move up like this, breaking these highs, taking all the money that is here above the trend line, but above the resistance. And then the price will pull back into this zone. They will think the price is once again selling to the downside. Now they are confused. They will start selling, and then the price will test the order block, the hourly order block, before pushing to the upside. This is what is going to happen. You will see something like this. You will see a strong push to the upside, manipulating all these traders who sold here and here and here, before seeing the push to the downside, testing an order block that will be here, or an imbalance here, anything that will be here, anything that will confirm hourly point of interest, and then the price will then push up to the upside like this. So these are things that I'm waiting for on Monday when the market opens. We see this push to the upside and then comes back before push to the upside. That is it for today, guys. Thank you very much.